Welcome to Joe's Atmosphere.
Cook your shrimp, please. All of a sudden, my shrimp pan is burning up like a smoke fest.
Okay. All right, boys and girls, how we doing today? Let me get this set up real quick. Guess this needs to come up a little bit if you're going to see me. There we go. All right. Welcome aboard. Just checking my levels real quick. Okay, it looks good. Thanks for tuning in. If you guys have been watching, you know I've been doing a lot of promotional work. Let me go and get my pad here, and I'll show you guys what's up with it. I got a lot of things open here because I'm about to. Today's a big day. Okay, we've been doing a lot of promotional work, and we're about to embark on the part of this journey where where the rubber meets the road. Today we're going to plot out page 1 of The Privateer, and it's something that I've been writing and working on for a long time. It started off as just a story I wrote, a little treatment, you might say, for like a movie or something, and it's turned into something much, much bigger. Just to let you guys know where we are at, we started with promotional stuff. We started by sketching, and my brother's just going to keep blowing me up. It's like he's oblivious to the fact that I'm doing this. But anyway, I need to go ahead and turn my notifications off. That right there was the first sketch. It was for a character called the Royal Fox. Now, why did I start with her instead of the Privateer? Well, my wife is the captain of a local Mardi Gras crew, and she decided she was going to make her theme this year. Barkus and Meow goes to Geek'd Con or something like that. Gets geeked or something. And that refers to a Comic-Con we have here in mid-August every year. And it's a smaller con, but, you know, we enjoy it. There's always a Walking Dead cast member there, so my wife has an entire shrine in this room to The Walking Dead. So anyway, she wants to cosplay as her character for Mardi Gras season. And so what I decided to do, when the organizer of a great guy named Greg Adams heads this here in town. He's a local radio personality. And when he found out what the theme was going to be for their parade this coming Mardi Gras season, he gave them a booth at the con. So basically I've been doing promotional stuff for her booth at Comic-Con, at Geek'd Con in August, and this was the start of it. We did that one first, and we went ahead and did one for the Privateer too. And hang on, I'll show you the finished products here. I gotta flip through a bunch of stuff, but all the characters in the book are based on members of my family, so you know. Okay, so that was the finished product on her promotional poster right there. And I think it turned out pretty good. Anyway, we got that one done. Let's see, what other ones did we do? We did the Privateer himself with his traditional flintlock and his sword. And you see on his back, his symbol is the 13 colonies, the 13 colony flag. His colors are red, white, and blue, of course. You know, he's if you guys don't know about this character, he's America's pirate patriot. He was alive during the American Revolutionary War, and he was a pirate that fought the British on the open seas for the couple of years we were waiting on the French to show up and help us. And anyway, he gets brought to the future. It's kind of a long story, and we're fixing to tell that story starting today. But that's why he's got the 13 colony stars on his back and everything. So we got that one done. We did his portrait. And, yeah, I know. I've heard the jokes. He looks like Captain Crunch. I know. I know that. But I just think he looks tough as nails myself. But anyway. And then we did the Royal Fox's portrait. And that one came out pretty good. And I think she's coming in here now. But we got that one done. And then I went ahead and made a little promotional poster for it. I don't think is it on here? It may not be. Yeah, because I did the lettering in another program, but that was the artwork that went on it right there. I put them all together. So we're done with the promotional stuff, and now I'm going to get started on the book itself. So you'll be able to see it from the ground up if you're watching this. So welcome aboard. I've had this script written for a while, and I'm just going to take it a page at a time and start drawing it out. And it may be mundane and boring to you, but what you're going to see is an artist that's pretty good at drawing portraits. It's never drawn comic books before. Try and do it. So we'll see. We'll make some mistakes and just keep rolling. Let's see. All right. I got the script right there. I got the picture of the cutter. I know I got to have that. So I need, according to my script here, how you doing, Rhonda? I'm doing great. I'm sweating my ass off. Would you turn that fan on, please? I don't know why it's so warm in here, but it's probably because I'm close to the end of the house or something. That's it. Kill the lights on me. I know you didn't. Why isn't this rotating? Oh, God. Apple products, man. Come on, rotate, you stupid. Wow. Okay. There we go. Damn. All right. Let's see. What do we got here? I had this stuff open. Okay, there it is. All right. So according to this, I'll just read it out loud to you. Coast Guard cutter 5 miles off of Miami. Surface-to-air radar spots 2 fast-moving targets heading west, approaching the 12-mile limit. Captain orders intercept course and general quarters. Lookout excitedly announces a helicopter in close approach. So, according to this, I need one. Well, we're going to make the cutter pretty big. It'll probably take up about half the page. Maybe, I don't know, maybe a third of it. Then we got, I think, 4 other panels. We got the radar shot. We got the captain giving orders. And then we got the lookout. But I think the lookout's going to be a couple of panels. Okay, so let's put this over here. Let's get a piece of paper out. Now, the way I'm doing this work is I'm sketching it with pencils. And then I'm doing the work digitally. So this is not going to be like doing a traditional comic book. Usually, you use, wow, look at that. This is so cool. Let me see if all the pages are cut this way. Usually, as you can see, this has got blue ink on it. And usually, you're drawing with a blue pencil. And I've ordered those pencils before. I don't know if I have any. But I'm going to go ahead and just do it. Yeah, that's a cover. I think that's a cover board. I want a page 1 board here. Yeah, it's just a blank one. Well, what you got here is you got place for the barcode. and logo art and that kind of thing. That's a cover piece right there. We're not doing the cover today. I don't want to do the cover until I do the book. I think that's a mistake a lot of books do is they do the cover first and then before they even have the book done. I want to go ahead and do the art for the inside of the book and see what's going to inspire me to do the cover. So anyway, I bought this package of comic book paper about 25 years ago and I've never used it. So let's see what we do here. But I'm going to use regular pencils because I'm not going to ink on this. The way I'm doing it is I'm doing the sketching on regular comic book board. And the reason why they use blue pencils is because the blue pencils will basically be non-viewable whenever you go to print it. Something like that. Not sure how it works. But that's traditionally what you do. I've got my straight edge here, so that's good. So, let's take a look. We've got guidelines for quarters on here. And I'm going to have, now, every comic book artist is inspired by different artists and stuff, and different genres and different books. And I'm going to, the main page of my book, I'm going to have a little square up here for, just like when I used to read Spider-Man when I was a kid, it had a little synopsis of his origin up there, or a little synopsis of what happened the issue before, maybe. And since this is the first issue, it's not going to be on here this time. But I may put it on the second page because the second page is a splash page with the title and everything. This is just a lead up to it. But anyway, I want to have that blocked out. And it's probably going to take up... I have to get out one of my old Spider-Mans because I always thought that was cool as hell. Having a little synopsis beforehand. But anyway, let's block these things out. I may have to go off camera here for a second. We want that about a third of the way down. I might be able to do it from here though. Nah, to draw the lines at least horizontally. I'm gonna have to scoot this over for a minute, guys. I want to get that in there. Good. Okay. And I want that boat to take up about a third of it. That looks about good to me. I'm using a T-square here, guys, if you're wondering. And I guess I should measure all of this, but I'm just going to eyeball it for now. I can always adjust it when I do the digital part. The reason my daughter has decided to get me into the 21st century. How many did I say I needed? 4? Yeah. We've got the radar. We've got the captain giving orders. And then we got 2 for the lookout. Yeah. Let's see. Let's go a little bit below that. We'll go back down to here. Now, I don't have all the dialogue written or anything like that. I just know what I want it to look like. So, yeah. Don't do that. You get back down there. All right. That looks about right there. Of course, I'll measure all this out digitally when I do it. I'm just putting my brakes in here right now. Now that one. Oh, got all these lights in my way up here. Guys, I'm going to be off camera plotting this real quick. But I promise I'll put it back for the drawing part. Oh, that's the problem with all these lights, Rhonda. I can't put the T-square up there. Okay, so. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is going to be difficult. Okay, so we're just going to put it here, and we're going to use this like this. Or actually, let's do this. Let's take it and put it this way. Okay, now the radar one, let's just make that square. And give the captain giving orders a little bit bigger a panel. Like I said, I'm eyeballing all these distances here, so they may or not be perfect. Okay, and then the two pictures of the lookout. I think I might have him. I think I might have him from a little bit farther away. Oh, here we go. We got some centering marks here. Hang on. Bear with me, guys. I do have marks here that you can use. All you gotta do is line them up and shoot. That'll help me with the... I know these marks here will be right on the marks, so I'll be able to use that as a distance here in a little while. Okay, so we have the lines drawn for the first page. And we're done with that for right now. And really, I don't need a straight edge for the rest of this because all the inking is going to be happening digitally. So, all right, let's see if we're lined up here. We're lined up? Yeah. Okay. All right, guys. First thing we got is the Coast Guard cutter. I think it's called the Manatee. Yeah, the Manatee. And we're going to have it coming right at you, I believe. Let's see. To see that tower, the tower is going to be back here. A lot of details in this thing. It's coming at you, so we're going to have waves breaking off. The front of it's coming up this way. It's kind of straight up. But to give it perspective, this is going to be huge. And this is not a very big boat. It's just the perspective of the drawing. And then it's going to come around this way. Back to here. And like I said, none of this has to be perfect. I just need to get my proportions and my perspective right so that when I do the digital art, it'll be right. Okay, here's my needed eraser. All right. So this is it, man. We're getting it done here. Actually, to the part where we put the story together. And then we're going to have, of course, that's going to come off like this. And then come in like this. It's more of a curve. But just to show that it's coming at you at like a 3-dimensional angle. This is a little bit rough because if you've ever seen one of these things, yeah, it's not quite a straight line. It's a little bit curved. And I think that's actually going to be ass end a little lower into the water. Okay. So we're doing the boat. It's going to say, let's see. Of course, it's got the stripe right here with the Coast Guard symbol on it. All right. It's going to say U.S. Coast Guard right down here. About halfway down the ship. When I say halfway, this is going to be like 2/3 of it. It's perspective. I've been drawing so long, guys, that I know what the perspective should look like. But if you're ever having a problem with perspective, just make you a focal point and then draw all your lines out from there. That's all you got to do. It's really, perspective is pretty easy to do. You'll see me do that quite a bit coming up in like cityscapes when I draw them and things like that. Okay? We got the waves breaking through. Might put a seagull up here, just hanging out. Right? Maybe two. A couple of seagulls, right? Just making marks for them. We'll put the details in later. And you need references, guys. You always want references. Then we're going to start on the tower up here. It's basically a huge... It's the radar unit and all that stuff, but you got the cabin. The cabin, now I'm looking at the picture. Here, let me show you the picture, guys. This is actually... It says it's the cutter Crocodile, but all these cutters look the same. Okay? That's what you got. That's what I'm shooting for right here. I'm just changing the perspective of all of it. Now it's got railing, so I might have to. Okay, that's something I need to do. We'll put the birds back here. That's what we'll do. We'll put the seagulls back here. Because we've got railing all the way around this thing. There's a big bunch of bars at the front of it. All right. And then we've got the posts for the railing, and the railing goes all the way down at the other end. And once again, we're doing perspective drawing. My focal point would be about right here. And I'm bringing all the lines up and in, right? If I was to draw a line all the way through here without the curve, come down to here. So we want to come here and bring that down towards that focal point, which means it's going to get thinner as it goes back to the back, right? So anyway, the cabin, according to this, is a little bit behind the Coast Guard lettering, so it's going to start right about here, go up, keep this reference. Let's go ahead and let's put this in favorites. Let's go ahead and add favorites. Save. Okay. And then radar screen. Now, don't forget, when you draw on this, you do need some empty spaces so you can tell the story. That's where I'm going to do. I might put some of the details down here. You know, the writing, and or maybe up here. Maybe that's what I'll do instead of the sun, is put it up here. You know, you've got to have a place to put your. You kind of need some dead space somewhere to put your dialogue and storytelling. Let's see. Radar screen. And listen to me. This is just thoughts I'm having out loud. I have never done this before, guys, so don't take what I'm saying as gospel. I'm just telling you what I'm thinking. So, anyway, radar screen. Go. Let's see what it looks like. There we go. Okay. I like that one. Radar display. More images. Okay, I like that. I like that quite a bit. Okay, let's go with this one, because it's showing targets being hit by the radar. Okay, I like that one. All right, so what we got, and like I said, the program I'm using is called Procreate on the iPad. That is how I'm doing all of this stuff. I am blessed enough to have a job where I'm waiting on calls at night, so I can actually do this with my iPad at work, fleshing it out like this. So, this one, we're going to have, yeah, I like that whole thing. I really do. Let's have an exclamation point up here. And this is in green on a black background, of course. And then we're going to take that and make our circle here. Like this. Okay. Of course, it's got the target, kind of, whatever you call that, crosshairs, whatever that is. You got that right here. Okay. Now I'm leaving a little bit of space up here for some dialogue. And then we're going to have the wave of radar right here, right? And then we're going to have the dots. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Is that a ship? Yes, it's a Coast Guard cutter, young lady. How you doing? We have started. It's a Coast Guard cutter. My reference is, let me see. Hang on, I'll show you. I'm just using my pad to come up with references, you know, that kind of thing. Let's see. Okay. Let's go ahead and add this one to my favorites before I forget about it. Okay, yeah. There we go. All right, the one we're looking at here, the boat is based on a regular Coast Guard cutter, okay? And that's what it's based on. This is page 1 of the Privateer, young lady. But anyway, I was just explaining perspective drawing, how my perspective's over here, and I'm drawing all the lines off coming out of that. And the next panel is a radar screen, and the radar man is letting his captain know that they've got bogeys incoming. Right? So we got the radar screen here. Let me bring that up. Close that. Bring this up. Okay. Um, let's see. We have several circles. Now, since you got me into the digital age, I'm not doing a whole lot of detail on this stuff. I'm going to do the detail in the drawing of it, in the detail thing. And I think you know this already, Amanda, and I explained it earlier in the by the way, that's my daughter, guys. I've been reading a lot of manga lately. In it threw me of for a second that your next panel is on the right hand side. Yeah, because manga is backwards from American Western comics. Yes, absolutely. It's read from right to left instead of left to right. Absolutely. They're it's just something with Japanese manga. Everything's backwards. Maybe you can tell them why it is. I don't know, Amanda, but I've noticed that messed me up when I started reading manga, because I was like, wait a minute, didn't this happen before that? And I was reading it backwards. But anyway, as you know, I'm doing the details in digital, and I'll say this again, guys. If you want to do ink on these boards, then you really need to use a blue pencil. That's why they have blue lines on it. They're actually called Blue Line, the company that I got this from. Amanda, this pack of paper I bought 25 years ago, and this is the first time I've busted into it. You read the other way in Japan in general. Okay, gotcha. Right to left. They do everything different from us. It's like the British. They drive on the wrong side of the road too. I say wrong. There is no wrong, but it's opposite of what we do. But anyway, so you'd usually be drawing this with a blue pencil on here. But since I'm going digital with the ink work, I'm not even going to worry about using blue. I'm just going to use this. Wow. Way to hoard that. Yeah. Well, I never got it out. Raising you kids got busy, and I just never got around to it. But hey, you're grown now. I can do this now, right? And you're going to make a movie out of all this whenever I'm done, right? You're going to do that, right? You and Jared going to direct? Huh? What you think? Let's all get rich together. Okay, now one thing we want to show is that there's straight lines in here all through this thing. It's on a grid. Okay. I've been grown for 10 years, but word. Yeah, you have. You're absolutely right. I was also working at a plant that took up all my time, and all I wanted to do with my time off was just relax. Glad you're finally doing it. Yes, I am too. So we'll put our verbiage up there. That's our radar screen. Okay. Now, oh yeah, one other thing we got to put on here. Tick marks for the degrees in the wheel. I'm just going to show that on the sketch. And then 310. We'll put 0 up here. Put 60 over here. I mean, it's got numbers all the way around it, but there you go. Okay, now the next one is going to be the guy at the terminal. We'll show the terminal this way. We'll have him leaning forward a little bit and reaching for something. And he's going to have a microphone. Okay. He's going to be looking up at it a little bit. He's going to be surprised. Have fun doing the page. I'm going to go for now. I love you. I know, it's boring, but I'm just documenting it so people know that I actually did this with my own 2 hands. I didn't pay somebody to do it. That's all it is. Let's see. Let's put the captain's hand up top here. And he'll be looking at it. Actually, he's going to look in this direction. And he's going to be looking in this direction. And no. First of all, he's too close to him. Let's have him behind him. Yeah, I like that better. Looking at the same screen. A little bit above him in the back. And I'll have to look up some uniform details here. Like I said, I'm just plotting it out today. We'll have him right here behind him. And actually, I think, if I remember correctly, don't they usually have a microphone over their head? And we'll have him grabbing the mic. That's what we'll do. Yeah. Sounds good. And we'll put the cord in here for the mic, right? Let's see. Okay, so we got the captain giving orders for general quarters, right? And we'll put some stuff in the background, like maybe a silhouette of a sailor looking ahead. Maybe reaching for his weapon, maybe. Just a silhouette of him, though. Okay, and of course we're gonna have windows in there because this is happening inside the cabin. And so this area right here will be for the dialogue. Okay, so we got that. That's what we'll do with the captain's other hand. We'll put it on the back of his seat. That's what we'll do. I'll have to take a look at some details here for the cabin. But yeah, we'll put his hand, let's see. So his thumb's going to be in that direction. Yeah, it'll just be laying right here. Thusly. Right. Okay. Yep, I'm liking the way this is looking. Okay. So we got those two. Now I wanted 2 shots of the lookout. Checking things out. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to have... take a look at that cabin again. Take a good look at how you get in and out of that thing. Okay, it's in the back side. It's on the back side. You go up and down in there. Okay. It's on the back side. All right. Actually, we'll have him. We want him with glasses, right? Binoculars. Maybe not that big. Let's show. Actually, we may only need one view of this. Let's go get rid of this line here and make it the big spot on the bottom. And what we'll do is we'll have the bottom of the binoculars, guy's hand holding them, right? We want his eyes. Yeah, okay. We got his hands holding them, right? And then we're going to go like this. And then we're going to we're going to mirror it over here, right? Let's get the binoculars. And kind of like this is, yeah, we're going to make this an ode to one of my favorite album covers ever. For a yeah, I'm going to have to work on this, but basically we're going to have two shocked eyes. Right? Like he's lowering the binoculars down and he can't believe what he's seeing. Right? Like he's in shock. Yeah, where is that? Yes. I'm feeling this. Yeah. Where is? Oh my gosh. One of my favorite album covers ever. If you know what a band called Rainbow. Their album cover was called Straight Between the Eyes, and yeah, we're gonna put that in here. I mean, something like it. It's not gonna be exactly that, but let's get another page up here. I got to remember not to wipe any of my references out. Okay, so we got that Rainbow. They had a song called Stone Cold that was just awesome back in the 80s. It's Richie Blackmore's band that he did outside of Deep Purple. It was a band he created. Straight Between the Eyes, I think, was the name of the album. Let's see if I'm right. Yep, Straight Between the Eyes album. And there should, yep, boom. Great reference. Yes, here we go, guys. Check it out. This will be an awesome reference. That album cover is one of the greatest ones ever. It is awesome. And that's going to be my reference for this panel, because the guy's shocked at what he's seeing. And the next page, guys, is a splash page with the deck of the Coast Guard cutter being strafed by a Russian helicopter, is what it is. So that's what we're going to do with this right here. Yeah. Let's go ahead and get rid of this stuff real quick. Now that I've got my reference. And let's put the eyebrows right here. Because, yeah, the furrowed brow really needs to be shown too. Okay, so we take the eyebrows. Right. Got the eyes, super huge. And like I said with my other stuff now, guys, you've got to make the distance between the eyes the same. Now, if it's going to be that big, we got to make the distance between them the same. And then the distance across the other one the same, right? And there we go. So, we are cruising right along here. You can use the other side as references and blah, blah, blah. And yeah, I'm feeling this. This is pretty cool. Yeah. Yep. 20 plus years in the making here, guys. We're finally putting the pencil on the paper. Let's see.
Gives you unlimited access to the world's hottest beat makers and indie artists. Go premium and get unlimited downloads for only $6.99.
Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. That needs to go out to here. Boom, boom, boom. All right. That's the eyebrows. We got to show the furrowed brow. Right. With the wrinkles. Like, oh no. Oh no. No. And we're going to show that that's binoculars. Yeah. By showing his hands on them. And then show the big part of the binoculars down here, right? Might even have to... Yeah, that looks good right there. And we'll show with different things that those are binoculars. Of course, you got the gear in the middle, right? That's what we'll do with this figure right here. We'll have him be the guy with the binoculars, right? Yeah. He'll be the silhouette in the background, looking through the binoculars at what's out there, right? We'll make him a little bigger. Let's go and make him a little bigger so you can actually see that that's the guy we're talking about. Let's see. Elbows out, right? Yeah, he'd have his elbows out. Holding those things up, right? Looking at that, right? We'll have him leaning forward a little bit, like he can't believe what he's seeing. Okay, and then the hands on the binoculars, right? Yeah, I like that. Okay. Page 1 is plotted, boys and girls. Page 1 is plotted. Now we'll get back in here and do some more sketching next time and put some more details in these guys. I don't want to go to ink yet without more details in each panel, but see the kind of work goes into this stuff. You write a script and then you start bringing it to life. So that's going to do it for today. I will get back on it probably we may be seeing more of these streams. Just depends on how busy I get. These next couple of days, the reason why I do it Tuesday, Saturday, and Sunday is Saturday and Sundays I usually have time. Tuesday is the only time during the week really that I have time because I got a lot going on Fridays. My brother and I have a talk show on Thursday, and I'll tell you all about that here in just a second. Let me switch around here. Run over my microphone. Yeah. Watch out, chick. Are you off? Yeah, you got off at 4. I'm sorry. I didn't know why you were in here. I was like, what you working on? Crew stuff? Okay. Well, guys, we have begun the comic book. It is starting to take shape. I want to thank you guys for watching. And don't forget that we do this every Tuesday, Saturday, and Sunday at 4 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Eastern. It's live artwork by me trying to bring my comic book to life, The Privateer. It's been a long time coming, and I hope you enjoy the creation process with me, and I hope you tune in for it. Of course, every Sunday night late, more like Monday morning early. Monday from midnight to 3 and 1 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern, and Tuesdays as well. Those are my nights off, and the way I stay up is I have a few cocktails and play some video games and do some failing at some video games. Last night, if you saw me play Red Dead Redemption 2 for the first time in months, you'll know what I'm talking about. I completely forgot how to do many things. I had to text a friend to remind me how to do some stuff in that game. Anyway, I do that on my nights off. That's midnight to 3 a.m. on Mondays and Tuesdays, Central Time, 1 to 4 Eastern. And then we got Thursday coming up. We got the triumphant return of the Brothers Hack the Matrix. It's a talk show born of conversations my brother and I have when he's on his way home from work. He's got a long commute in a major city in the U.S., and we talk about everything, movies, pop culture, current events, politics, sports, all guy stuff, Anyway, we do it every Thursday, 6:30 p.m. Central, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. I hope you'll join us for that. So you guys take care. I want you to all be safe out there, and you guys all keep on keeping on now. Take care.